Yeah, hey, I have a small window, so, but anyway, just calling you back because I got to get this other crap done. But anyway, I've got a little bit, about like 5 minutes maybe. So, what's up? What's going on?
Well, I was calling to touch bases with you. I remember we were supposed to talk.
Well, no, I haven't had the chance to do what we were talking about. I've been just been went to went to church this morning. I did that. Haven't been to church in a long time. Went to church this morning, and I did some other things. So yeah, I haven't had the chance to do what you were probably making reference to. Is that video?
The nuke, yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be. I've got to get it get it right, make sure it's done, and yeah,
As
and
only
I don't
you
know.
can.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what's up. So anyway, what's going on? I mean, these bitches keep emailing me.
Who's emailing you now?
No, they're all of them, all of them. All these bitches keep emailing me. Markland, Brennan, Henry. Henry keeps doing shit. Angela, Tony, and also Miranda's emailed me.
Well,
So I just
I can only imagine what they're saying to you, but what's Miranda saying to you?
I she sent me a picture of Ric Flair saying "woo."
Oh, the nature boy.
Yeah, the Ric Flair saying
He's
"woo."
been having issues lately with Eric Bischoff
Oh yeah. That's right.
and now
Yeah,
Shane Douglas too. So
yeah. Look, Flair is a national treasure. Flair is a national treasure. There will never be another Ric Flair, and that man has paid his dues. He's been through hell and back. Dealt with the IRS, dealing with strange women. It's what it is. But
yeah,
he's there will never be another Ric Flair, and even and the African American community loves him. They love him. So there you go. More the bling with Snoop Dogg and
yeah. He's got a weed
Darius
business with Mike Tyson.
Rucker from Hootie Lufish.
Yeah,
So yeah,
you know that, right? He got a weed business with Mike Tyson.
I didn't. Now that I did not know.
Yep,
I know. I know he's doing the drip.
yep. He's got a weed business with him and Mike Tyson.
Okay. See now, I didn't know that. I know the Woo drip. Say drip. He does that drip thing. I know
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know who's behind that. I know that he's behind it, but somebody else is backing that. I don't know who that is. Is that what that's about or no?
That's his own separate thing. I know he did a rap video when they made the song, the Ric Flair drip. So um,
Yeah. Yeah. That's what that is.
yeah, I think
So.
it's his own little business venture. His documentary just came out.
Yep. Yep. He was talking with that and Conrad, his son-in-law. Yep. Keep
Yes.
track of that and whatnot. And Jim Ross, someone with Jim Ross came out and said, I can't understand what that's about. I heard something that Jim Ross said something, or I don't know what that was about. That he said something that Flair didn't like. But,
Yeah, they had a little issue too. I forgot what Jim Ross said about Flair. But yeah, it's been popping off lately. Vince Russo and Jeff Jarrett, they've
well,
had
yeah,
issues.
but that whole Jeff Jarrett, yeah, I mean that was Jeff Jarrett was the one that was in the last match he had, and of course Jeff Jarrett plays he's being the heel, with him and Lethal,
Yeah,
And Jarrett being the heel, but I mean they're good. I mean that's all that's all drama, that's what that is. That's just show. There's
exactly.
no there's no hate between those two.
No, not between Flair and Jarrett. I'm talking about Vince Russo and Jarrett. But I can only imagine
What Vince Russo Vince Russo is an interesting character. He was very much he loved China. He loved China to death, and he would try to. He actually wanted to be with her and protect her and all that. And of course, that was bizarre. And and it's pretty crazy because China died a year before Jamie died, and obviously it was the same thing that China died of.
Yeah,
a
he
year.
wanted to be her George.
Right. Well, the year to the date, China died a year before Jamie died a year to the date. That's crazy. So
Yeah,
it's just
he wanted to save her because he knew, because Vince Russo, he's many things, but he is a God fearing Christian, and he was
yeah,
always good to China. He always kept in touch with her, and
yeah.
he wanted to help her out as much as he could.
So I like him to a certain. I don't like what he did back with the NWA, well, or the not NWA, but the WCW. How when the Crockett's sold it, and then WCW went down. Well, of course, Bischoff was an asshole. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But Bischoff was a total asshole.
Well, unfortunately, I know the good thing, the meta thing to do is to blame Vince Russo, but that would have happened to WCW no matter who did it, because they
Yeah,
were going to merge with AOL no matter what. So
yeah. So it is what it is. But I mean, it's not the same. It'll never be the same. I mean, Reigns and then Brock Lesnar. Now, I've always liked Brock Lesnar's. Oh God, he's one. Yeah, he's one bad boy. Brock Lesnar's the bad boy. He's always good. Now, did he beat Reigns?
like 5 years ago, I think.
Oh, 5 years ago. So that's not anything. He's still wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So who's the champion now? Is it Reigns or is it Lesnar?
Reigns is like 800 days.
800 days. What? Oh, he's been the champion for that long?
Yeah, that's been the longest in 30 some years. I think Hogan was the one that had the record that long last. He's approaching Hogan status when it comes to holding the title.
I wasn't aware of all that. I mean, I mean, are we talking? We're talking WW. Well, WW, not NWA. So that's
no, we're
different.
talking WWE. Yeah.
WWE. NWA. That's Nature Boy. Nature Boy's got that one.
Well, GG, I want you to be on the lookout for somebody that looks like you.
Huh?
I want you to be on the lookout for someone who looks like you, has the same van as you, and dressed in a suit like you.
Okay.
Marty has paid an imposter to go around Richmond to cause a lot of mischief. He has got not an exact replica of your van, but he did get a plate that matches yours apparently, and he got a larger gentleman who he's paying to pretend to be you, cause various disturbances in different establishments, and shout your name as his.
Dude,
And
no, I mean, no. I've got to go to the police with this shit, man. This is over the top. This is way over the top. I mean, what do we know? I mean, yeah.
I'm trying to find out who the person is, what his name is, and what he's gonna be. But that was dropped on New Year's in the little Discord they got. So
the guy probably he's what he looks nothing like. I don't.
well, he can't do an exact replica unless he do like surgery. But it's a larger gentleman. He has a yellow suit jacket, yellow shirt underneath, black pants, tinted black tennies. He got the hair part right with the white patch. They got that. He's screaming, shouting at people. He sprays himself with that poop spray that make you smell like shit in the room.
Fuck. Where is he at?
I have no idea. I'm trying to figure that out. I've been trying to figure it out all day, but Marty hasn't been on. He dropped that like on New Year's at 12 midnight in there when I read it.
I'm going to the police with this shit. I'm sick of this. This. I'm going to the police tomorrow with this shit. There's other shit that's going on too. It just okay. And I've got okay. Someone's trying to beat me in right. Okay. Anyway, I got everybody's calling me at once now. But anyway, other than that,
what else is going on?
No, nothing. I did a lot of bizarre crap. It's these calls coming in, dealing with some. Angela's talking about me. She says that to talk about I died, all this shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? Angela's like saying that you're going to die this year. What you got to say? You want to play death pool or some bullshit
Oh
like
yeah,
that? Like,
they're they got something called the gay pool. They announced too. The goons are all taking bets on when you die and what you die for, and they're building a pot.
that's, what the hell is really? I mean, half those bitches will probably die before me. Half those damn bitches, if not 3/4 of them, will probably die before me. They're just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
Yeah, that's probably why she sent that because
So
they.
by the death pool, so like
Yeah,
what? Because they're just,
it's called a Deadpool, and what it is you take bets on who's gonna kick the bucket first, but essentially you're the only one that's playing, so everyone's taking the bets on when you're gonna die and what you're gonna die from, the time span, etc., etc.
all right. So when I do the video, when I do it, bring out what I know about what they're doing about the movie, and then bring out about the fact that I know about the duplicate.
I
Or should
mean,
I hold off on that?
you can do it. You can definitely do it about the 10-part documentary, and you can do
Uh-huh.
it about the Deadpool too. I mean,
What about
if you want, you can do it about the fucking guy that's your doppelganger.
doppelganger? That's a fucked up way of putting it.
I mean, I don't
Doppelganger.
want to call him you. You know what I mean? So I like.
Right.
I,
So if I say all of that, then they would really be.
they really gonna know somebody's fucked up, and yeah, it's gonna cause some fucking chaos. Oh, they're gonna be so
So,
mad.
I mean, okay, all
They're
right.
gonna
I'm
be
getting it.
checking permissions on who's logged in and everything. It's gonna be funny.
Okay. Hey, look, I gotta take this call. Let me do. I gotta go and pick up this order. Um, you you gonna be up for a bit?
Yeah. Give me a call back at 11. How's that?
All right, that's fine. Give me a call back then.
All
All
right.
right. Bye.
Bye. What's up, George?
So it's hard when you have everybody's calling me at once. So it's like kind of hard to you got to be cordial and listen to what they got. I got a call from. Well, I mean, you wouldn't know these things. My friend in Germany called me, and then I'm on the phone with Casey, and then I got other calls coming in. So a lot going on. So anyway,
Oh wow.
what were we talking about? You told me about the two things that this clown
Oh
was going to do.
yeah, the doppelganger that they got. Some
Okay.
guy that I'm not sure if
Well,
he's an actor or
I'm
if he's
sure
just some dude off the street. I'm not even sure.
I'm sure it really looks nothing like me. I'm sure it's like me. The guy's probably twice my size, probably. They want to pick me to be a balloon, so that's fine. They can picture it, so it probably looks nothing like me. So good luck with that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know he has like the hair, he has like the outfit, the van. Um, yeah, and he's just going around talking shit, screaming at people. I'm not sure if he's doing it every day. Like it was so vague. Marty just put everything out like what he did, and I'm gonna try to find out more because I'm not sure what you'd be able to do about that one, GG.
Um, it's a body of work. It's a body of work, and what this is what's going on. So this guy. Well, so what? He's being paid what? He's being paid the same amount that you all being paid, or what?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's like a paid actor or some guy off the street, or even how often they're gonna do this. So, but if it's an actor, I'm assuming it's gonna be 5-10 grand.
Well, we're just if they're trying to if it goes to trying to ruin one's reputation or ruin the person's reputation or trying to cause a problem within the community, making it look like somebody, then yeah, that is a problem. Police need to know about it.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing we were talking about was the Deadpool thing.
Yeah, well, this is what they're just being stupid, trying to just they're not including themselves, are they?
No, it's just you. It's like taking bets on a football game. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna
They're
lose?
not putting themselves in the mix neither. No. Okay. Well,
Because there's a debate among the goons of how they're gonna respond to your death. Some people just want to
Isn't,
remove everything off the
isn't
internet.
that pathetic? Isn't that pathetic?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Really,
It's
it's
crazy.
pathetic. I've got
It's
at least 30 more. I got at least 30 more good years left, so they're going to be waiting a while.
yeah. Some of them they want to remove everything off the internet about you after your death. Other people want to keep everything up, knowing you can't flag it or sue people from beyond the grave. And oddly enough, like I've heard of this shit before. I kind of steer clear of some of these fucking people. Um, some of the goons use like magic or some shit, or think they're Wiccans or witches or warlocks, and they want to trap you in the nether realm or something.
Well, it's
Some
funny.
guy named
It's
Bob
funny.
Floyd, or I don't know.
It's funny. It's funny for you to mention that because I used to date a witch, Karen.
Used to date a
But
witch.
I dated a witch named Karen. It lasted for 3 months or whatever. She worked at. She was a girl from North Carolina. So it's in the book about her.
Okay. Well, I know this, but that Bob Floyd guy, he's fucking. He,
Was he a Wiccan? Is he a
yeah,
Wiccan?
he's something, man. He wants to use whatever sorcery to stop your spirit from crossing over, and he seems to know what he's doing. And it's kind of scary. It's kind of freaky. I don't really talk to him though, because
Well, you know what? If you know anything, I don't know if what your religion is or what you believe in and all that. Good always prevails over evil. That's one good. That's one thing you know.
yeah,
And there is, I don't know if you want to say Jesus. I mean, I am a Christian. I'm not really a person that goes to church. I mean, I went to church today, but I don't make it a habit. I mean, but I believe that there is a spiritual being that will oversee good over evil, and good will overpower evil 24/7.
yeah. But that I agree. And that black magic shit though, I've seen some weird shit happen. I don't know, but and that Bob Floyd guy, I know he's into that shit pretty heavy. So
Where is he from? New Orleans?
I'm not sure. Like once I found out that he's into that shit and what he can do, and
Oh, you don't mess with that. If you rebuke it, they can't hurt you. If you rebuke it and you put the crucifix, they can't bother you. I know that sounds crazy, but
I mean, you dated a witch, you would know.
well, I didn't look for long. She would always burn candles and almost caught that house on fire, and I had to stop that. She caught the drapes on fire, and I said it's a good thing I have a fire extinguisher here. You're gonna have to go. You gotta go. I've had some real crazy relationships. I've had some real bizarre. I don't know if you read the book. I had an Asian girl that I dated, was married. She used to cut my hair, and it was a real. Well, that's in the book. They made a comment about that. This girl that I used to date.
Is that the one with the
Johnny.
cum bubbles?
No, that was no, that was the one with the cum bubbles was an actual whore.
Oh, that was the actual hooker, like a whore prostitute.
That was a whore, but she and I got, but she's when I banged her, she liked me, so we had a few other encounters that didn't cost me anything. Now, mind you, this is when I was like 19 years old. My
Mm-hmm.
dad was storing away in another room. Dad was sleeping and storing away. She said, "Who are those people?" "Oh, they're the in-laws. They're from out of town. Oh, they're family from out of town. Don't worry about that."
Ooh, Jesus. Oh, George, you were a pimp, huh?
No, it was funny, love. That was well, I did a lot of this shit when I was younger. I did a lot of this shit. Probably stuff that I'm paying for now. I mean, just crazy stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, when you're young, you do crazy shit like that.
I mean, how about now? You know, you got you a lady now, right? It's like it's settling down time.
Well, I don't know if I got a lady right now. I mean, I don't have a lady right at this very moment. I mean, so.
Oh, I thought you were seeing her in
I
the
mean,
same room.
I have a friend. but that's more or less a friend. It hasn't progressed into where I want it to be, and it probably won't because usually when I get entwined, it's usually a complicated situation. There's another person that's involved. And when
Oh,
I met
so
Jamie,
she's got somebody else right now.
yeah, well, when I met Jamie, she was living with a Mexican dude from where was he from? I don't know, but he was illegal. He was an illegal alien,
Yeah.
and she was living with him. She was living with about 10 Mexicans in an apartment. It was, and they would like when she's asleep, they would look at her and bother her when she's asleep. From all of what she had told me, so not a big, but I don't know. But
So
that was
so so you seem to like women who are spoken for.
I usually that's what I mean. That usually happens to be the case. You usually get they're spoken for, but I mean, eventually I become the main focus.
Is that your plan now?
This I have been not doing much of anything. I in and out, different women, but I'm not. There's nothing concretely something. It is nothing serious.
Oh, so now it's just been prostitutes
It's
until
not. It's
until
not
you.
serious. It's just some. It's just what's the word I'm looking for? It's just some.
It's just
I,
some strange.
I guess you could call it friends with the bennies. There you go, friends with the bennies.
Oh, you got friends with benefits. Okay.
Yeah, well, they're not fringe benefits, but friends with bennies. Yeah,
Okay.
well, maybe that's the same thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Boy,
friends with benefits. They're friends, but you guys fuck too.
yeah, yeah. Try to.
So it is the people you're living with. It is that lady, huh?
No, no,
Pod
no,
GG.
no, the hell, no, 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 no. No. It's somebody that knows of them, but it's not her.
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
I hope it ain't Mary Elizabeth now.
Um, come on,
Oh wow, really?
man. No.
Oh, okay.
I,
I thought you were
I
doing
mean,
that in the affirmative.
no, I said, come on, man. Meaning, like, really? Are you?
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that in
I
the
mean,
affirmative.
are
I'm
you
like,
buying? No.
I thought you
I'm,
were a
when I,
pet, GG.
no, no. When I see her, I want to throw up in my mouth. And I hate to be that ugly about it,
Wait,
but I mean, I like her. She's a nice girl,
who
and
are you
that's Kevin.
talking about right now?
Mary Elizabeth. When I want to throw up in my mouth when I think about her when I see her. I mean, it's nothing. I don't. She's a nice person,
Oh,
but she's repulsive. I'm nice to her because of Kevin.
oh,
So
okay.
therefore, I'm cordial. I shake my hand and all that, but they want to, But I mean, I look at Kevin. I said, Kevin, what are you doing? And he said, and I said, okay. And he said, well, I'm not dating her. I'm not screwing her. I said, okay. Well,
But they're together all
yeah.
the time.
He says he's not. So I don't know. I guess he just, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that.
Oh
But
wow.
she is no, but she is repulsive. I don't want to be mean, but she's repulsive, and I don't. Ugh. It just makes my skin crawl.
Oh,
Um,
you like your
but
woman.
she's a good human being. She's a nice human being. So there you go. So
You like your women with all their faculties.
I like what I like. There's a certain kind of woman that I like. A woman that's playful, like a woman that's sassy. Jamie Jamie could hit. When Jamie hit you, you knew you were being hit by somebody. She hit me a couple times, like, God damn, girl, what are you doing? And like we would wrestle and all that, and then she was like, I mean, Jamie weighed like 150, close to 160. Even she was not big, but I mean,
She was
she's
thick
like
in
one.
all the right places.
Yeah. She was like 160. She, she loved her. She would wanted to go to Five Guys and a burger and all that. I said, come on. And I said, girl, you don't need all that. So she wanted to go to Five Guys and a burger and all that. So I took her to Sonic one time, and I don't know, she was kind of dosed up a little bit. I didn't know she was dosed up, and then she took the hamburger and she threw it. I said, what are you doing? Oh, what that? That's garbage. Garbage. I said, well, goddamn, I just paid for it. Don't do that. So she threw it, and I'm like, God. So when she was dosed up a little bit, she would do some crazy stuff. Like, I'm telling you stuff I don't want to. When she had a friend that was MCV, the MCV hospital, where it's the VCU, and he had left his wheelchair. I think there's a wheelchair that was left. It was his, so she had the wheelchair at somebody else's house, and it's off of Chamberlain right there in the bad part of Chamberlain.
Mm-hmm.
So she got in the wheelchair, and she rode that wheel, and I know she was dosed up. I said, Jamie, what are you doing? She hops on the wheelchair, and she rides the wheelchair on Chamberlain. I said, God damn, girl, what are you doing? And I had to be right behind her because cars were honking. I said, get in the car, and she would not do it. I said, get in the car. We'll get, because I couldn't get the wheelchair in the car.
Yeah,
it's a big one of those mobile ones. So literally I had to be right behind her. She rode that thing. She said, I know what I'm doing. You go on. I said, you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit by cars, So finally, I had to go past her, and I'm just thinking, God damn it, she's going to get hit. And so it's like she's like going all the way down, taking Chamberlain all the way down, then going all the way on Broad Street. Literally, right? Well, no, not Broad Street, Marshall. Now, this is bad. Going down on Marshall all the way down. And then I finally pulled over. I said, God damn it, get in the car. You're not, so she went past me, not listening to a damn thing I'm saying. I said, get in the car. And she just kept going all the way down into downtown to MCV and literally took that thing all the way down. And then finally when we got there, I'm like, good God. I said, get in the car. And she said, no. So finally I had to, of course, it's a pain in the ass to park down there. You can't park down there. I had to park in the garage. So we took the wheelchair. I had to pick the damn thing up. It felt kind of strange taking a wheelchair that was, I don't remember if it was the hospital's wheelchair or I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's not a wheelchair, your normal wheelchair you roll. It's some kind of these motor wheelchairs, work for the motor. So we took it up up to where the guy was, and she brought it in there, and then she's like, the guy's like, oh, my wheelchair. And I'm like saying, I'm like laughing my ass off, and I said, good God. I said, you almost got ran over, and she was not. She said, just be quiet. I said, you almost got ran over, and I had to, and she just told me to shut up, So, I mean, she was sassy and all that, but when she wanted to do something, you couldn't tell her not to do it because she would do it. And when you tell her she can't do it, it makes her want to do it even more.
Jeez.
She was a trip, but when she was in her right, I mean, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
When she was in her right mind, we had a lot of fun. She was just, she didn't want to be told what to do. She was very adamant, like, you don't tell me what to do. Huh?
She was independent.
Yeah. She wanted me, because I was helping. She's like, you don't tell me what to do. I said, well, look, I'm trying to give you what you do. She said, I know all this. And all that. So she was just sassy and adamant, but then it's just like I could see things going on, and I couldn't, and it's just like I tried to, get her away from all that, and it was just so damn hard because then she would hang around these, I don't know, she would hang around people that she shouldn't have been hanging around with, and I would take her places, and I knew that finally, I said, you have a home. You'll have all the food you want. You have anything you want. I'll take you to Dillard's. I'll take you. You get a whole new wardrobe. I said, but look, I cannot, in good conscience, supply your habit. That old man is doing that. Of course, that old man was doing that.
Well, that old man was getting some out of the deal too. So,
huh?
That old man was getting something out of the deal too.
Well, yeah, and I knew I wasn't hallucinating. That was silhouettes, but getting a blowjob. I mean, I know what I saw. She was giving him a blowjob, and I'm like looking at her. She's like, "Oh, well, you think that I did that?" I said, "God damn it, I'm not stupid. I saw your silhouette, and when I honked the horn, he went backwards on the bed."
I have a question about that. How come you didn't leave her after that?
I was. There were times where I did leave her.
And you just saw her cheat on you or give a guy fellatio and you stayed.
And it angered the fuck out of me. That's why we would argue, because at first it was the pecking. I was the third, and I was the third on the pecking on the totem pole. And then I gradually worked my way up to number two because I think that she had a falling out with the Mexican dude. He had a falling out with the Mexican dude, Orlando, or he did something and they kicked her out. So I was third in the pecking order, and I became number two. And then she had an argument with, so it's like I told her, I said, look, I said, I will help you and I will do everything I can for you, but I cannot supply your habit. I said, I know I'm not stupid. I know that it's Suboxone, you're doing Suboxone, but I cannot supply your habit. But I'll do anything you want. I just don't want to keep doing this. So it came to a point where it's every day she had to meet her girlfriend's father to get Suboxone. And I'm sitting there saying, what is, and I didn't even know what Suboxone was. She told me it's a derivative to stop her craving for heroin. Mm. So she paid I would give her $30, every day I would give her $30 to $40 to get the Suboxone from so the guy was making money off of me, or her girlfriend's dad. Now, how the hell? And I came to a point. So then we go over to it was one morning, and we go over to McLean's breakfast right here, Channel 6, right there on Broad Street. And she's just, I don't know. She's like, I could tell that she was, she was dosed up that morning. She was really dosed up that morning. And then she yelled at me and screamed at me, and I said, look, calm down. We're in a restaurant. She yelled at me and screamed at me about some frivolous stuff. And then finally she went to the bathroom. So I'm sitting there and whatnot, and then she comes out. And then the owner comes out. She said, you got to get her out of here. I said, what are you talking about? She said, sir, I know you come here all the time, but you and your girl have got to leave. I said, what are you talking about, man? I said, well, I come to this place all the time. She said, she's bled all over our toilets in the woman's bathroom. And I'm looking at her like, what the hell? She said, yes. She said, I don't have a problem with you, but we can't have it. I said, yeah, I guess. And I looked at her and I said, what did you do? She said, I don't know. I didn't do anything. So it didn't take long after that to figure out what was going on. Because then she had to go to the hospital, St. Mary's. Well, I took her to St. Mary's, which something was going on with her. And then out of her bag, a bunch of needles fell out.
Oh wow!
And I looked at her and I said, Jamie, come on. Why are you doing this? She said, well, you're gonna think I'm doing it anyway, so I went ahead and did it. I said, God damn it, why are you doing this? I told you, and I looked at her. She said, well, you're going to assume that I did it anyway, so I did it. So I did it. I said, God damn it, no, don't. And it was just, and so Angela would call, and Angela would, hear things, and then she heard, Jamie crying and all that. So Jamie would do things. How can I say this? Jamie would do things to make it sound like that maybe I was doing things not, I don't know, like with her shoes. I never cut her shoes, and she knows I did it. We were having a problem with the washing machine. This is what was being recorded. She would record that to give to Angela because she wanted to, I guess, give Angela what she wanted, because Angela didn't want her. And so Angela, she thought, okay, well, let's give Angela what she wants, and then, they can argue about it. And then when Angela's on the phone with me talking to me, Jamie would fall on the ground. So she wanted my attention. She wanted me to get off the phone with Angela. So Jamie would do some things just to stir the pot a little bit. She was, she was mischievous. She was mischievous and whatnot. So the whole thing was then it's just doing the obvious, where she's like crying and making it sound. I said, look, and then I told her, and then right then Angela was saying some things bad about Jamie. I said, look, just let me take care of this. You don't need to be worried about this. This is my problem. She said, well, she's doing this and doing that. And I said, yeah, she is, because she has a problem. Let me take care of it. You don't live here. You don't know what's going on.
So the recording of Jamie at the washing machine saying that you cut up her
You couldn't hear me at all. You could barely hear me. It's her talking.
And she's, the fact that you wouldn't let her leave and she's been stuck there, that isn't true?
No. She was living with me. But she was upset because I had a roommate named Josh that she think that I spent more time worried about Josh because Josh was living. Josh didn't have a way of getting around, and I told him I'd take him to work. But I told Jamie I'll be right back, and then Jamie was, Jamie did not like Josh. Of course, Josh did not like Jamie. So I had to. She was just, she was upset with me on that, and then she was upset the fact the washer was not working. So she would pick up the phone and leave a recording for Angela. She'd leave a recording for Angela because she was upset the fact that Josh, you could hear, he's more important than me. You heard her say that he's more important than me. And then you could hear, that damn washer's not working right. But she would say that she was not, she was dosed. I mean, she was on this, she was dosed at that time. When she was normal, she wouldn't do that. When she was normal and playful, she wouldn't do all that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot, and she was bipolar. She was bipolar, and like Watt is that way too. People that are bipolar have mania. So that means that when someone is bipolar, they have mania within themselves.
Yeah.
Meaning that they're going to react to that. Well, I mean, I guess you kind of know what I'm talking about. So adding the drugs and adding the alcohol makes it a person that's hard to be with. I saw a side to Jamie that was loving and caring. Yeah. I saw a side that Jamie was loving and caring, but when she was dosed up and on, drunk and whatnot, there was a mean side to her. And she would go out of her way to be mean to me, the mean side, which I don't need. Nobody needs to know all of that. That's just the way it was. Yeah. And in that conversation she recorded, you couldn't hardly hear me. I was just saying, look, you gotta be downtown. You got to do this. And I'm trying to, get her to where she needs to be, and trying to help her.
Yeah, it's because it's gonna suck. If they drop that trailer, and if it's all negative shit about you and her, knowing how you feel about her and knowing the true story from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I will sue the production people. And I don't give a damn. I will sue the production people. I'll sue the production people. I'll even sue Nicolas Cage. He's one of my favorite actors, actually. It kind of pisses me off to even know that.
Like it's just bad because it's like I can hear in your voice how much you cared for her, and how much
I'll sue the whole production company, Marklin, Holmgren, and Angela, and Tony. The whole there's so many of them.
Yeah, they're gonna do at GoonCon, all the goons who can't fly out to LA to do interviews, they're gonna do them when they come here.
You gonna do what? I'm sorry.
The interviews for the documentary. Because it's 10 parts. That's a lot. 10 parts, an hour each part.
Well, yeah. So you think
the Waylands provided photos of her as a kid, growing up, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I wish that pisses that really, really. I mean, I wish she could rise from the dead and tell the real story, and then she could tell the story herself.
Yeah.
She could rise from the dead and tell them to all fuck off, that she would tell them to fuck off. But I guess she'll be doing that once I drop that.
That fucking nuke, baby.
I keep going back, and keep going back and forth with it.
You don't need to, man. You need to just drop that.
So I dropped that,
especially since
the
they're going after Kristen too now.
Yeah, I just talked to Kristen today, actually.
Apparently they're going after Sonic or something like that. Yeah.
Kristen's, I mean, today is Kristen's birthday, so yeah. Just talked to Kristen today. Kristen is a licensed life insurance agent now.
Really?
Yep.
Good for her.
And she's planning on getting married in April. So I told her, I said, well, look, I said, let me know. You know, we had our differences. I mean, she's QAnon. She's all about the QAnon, but I think that people can still have differences politically and still be, you know, I mean, she and I have, yeah, cordial. So she and I have a lot in common. We both hate those bitches. We both cannot hate those bitches with a pure passion.
Yeah.
So I will always. I might not agree with her. I might not, and I feel bad because I did say some things about her in the book that I wish I could take back.
Does she know about that?
Well, I told her. Yeah, she knows about it. I said that, you know, that she wants to betray, because I felt betrayed by her.
Yeah.
But I wish I could take that shit back, because it's not, you know, it's not. I mean, it is what it is. You're not going to agree on every little thing, but we have one thing in common, and we're both attacked. Both attacked on the clearest thing that she said, that the judge should recuse himself. He said the judge should recuse himself, and then that's when they started attacking her.
Oh yeah, I know they started something about her job, her real job.
She worked in a gentleman's club, you know. She worked in a gentleman's club, and that's what she did. And then she progressed into something else, and then she worked as a waitress, and then she did other things.
Yeah, they're trying to go to Sonics to get her fired.
Go where?
Whatever her current job is. I'm not sure if she does works at Sonics.
How do they know that?
I have no clue, no idea. I read that earlier today.
Okay. Well, if they think that, let them think that. She used to work at Sonics. But if they want to think that, let them think. I guess I don't know how they know that.
Well, an insurance agent is 10 times better than that. I assure you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she's a licensed agent. Well, actually, Kevin is too. Both of them are. Kevin is a licensed insurance agent, and so is Kristen. Kevin worked as a secretary for Chambro Insurance, and then he became an agent. And then he left there, and then he worked as a promotional director at King's Dominion.
Oh, damn.
As promotional director at King's Dominion, yeah. I've had jobs myself. I used to sell cars. I used to work with this Indian guy selling cars off of Jeff Davis. And I sold advertising for a company called Muddy Clip Magazine. You might have heard of it. Coupon magazine.
Yeah.
And I opened up a magazine company with this lady, and that lasted one issue because we were argue about what should be on. She didn't want to spend any money, so I said, "Screw this." And I was a taxi owner. I worked as a taxi for about 6 years. Then Uber came, and then Uber killed the taxi business.
Yeah, I remember that happened, but like when it came to your place though, I've always wondered how come you never got Section 8 housing or anything after you lost your place. Like I've always wondered that, like honestly.
I didn't know whether I would be able to apply for it or have it. I mean, I guess the fact that I was kind of working and then I didn't know what the parameters were. And then I didn't want to be, and I didn't want to be in a bad, area with drugs. I wanted to be in a decent area. So I found out that basically that there are places in Henrico and Western Henrico that are catering to Section 8. And there are some places that some housings, that you wouldn't even think of that the Section 8. And I didn't know all this. And I'm beginning to find this out, but
I know my cousin. He's done it a few times in Kentucky. He flipped old apartment complexes and houses, and he made them Section 8. But he made them in middle income areas so people could have a good area to live in.
Yeah,
And
that was
they do that
that's my
they do that in Rinko too.
only concern, or that was my. But I didn't, like I said. But then I did sign up, but I'm like on a waiting list.
How
So
about for like food stamps and Medicaid and
I
Medicare?
I Medicaid. I've been waiting for that. Actually, it's ironic because I need that's got to be finalized. Medicaid has got to be finalized, and I'm going to finalize that tomorrow somehow, some way, whether it be Obamacare, Biden care,
I'm
whatever you call
surprised.
it now.
Honestly, I'm surprised you don't have Medicare or Medicaid.
Well, believe
Like
it or not,
seriously, like you should like that's
well,
free healthcare, bro.
let me say this: there's a threshold. If you make above like say $15,000, which I actually believe it or not I did, then they won't you don't qualify for it. That was part of the problem. I was doing mobile wheelchair stuff. I was working with my friend that used to be in the taxi business, and we were for a while, for about over a year. I was doing wheelchair stuff, mobile wheelchair, porting people around, doing that.
Yeah.
So those bitches
What happened to that?
those bitches didn't even know that. Those bitches had no idea about that. I was doing that, and I just got. We had motive care, logistic care. They became anal because everything is time sensitive. And then I'm going out of town. I'm going to like up north, Alexandria, or sometime I could be going to Roanoke. I could be in Lynchburg. So I would drive around all around, the state of Virginia, doing the transporting around. And then we have to be back in Richmond, the MCV, take them down to MCV, take them to St. Mary's, blah, blah, blah. But some of these jobs he wasn't being paid for because they were not being done at a certain time. Or, so then finally, I don't know, there was one afternoon where one of the people said I was falling asleep at the wheel. And I said, no. And so they said I fell asleep at the wheel. So they reported the motive care, logistic care. And then so I had to go through all that bullshit. I said, I don't need this. I don't. This is stressing me the fuck. I've been doing this. I'm with you now for about a year and a half. So I left, and then I actually came back. Came back for a little bit, for a couple months more, and he was like, we were friends, and then he started writing my case about frivolous shit about I have to do this. I said, dude, you know what? Take your company, ram it up your butt. I don't need this. I came back out of good faith. I should have. So I left again. Ain't going back. But I was doing that for about a year and a half. So I was doing okay for a little bit, plus DoorDash. And then during the pandemic, DoorDash was awesome. I was doing about $1,200 a week during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's dropped down now because that's not, But during the pandemic, I was making some great money.
I mean, if you're making $1,200 a week, that's a house payment. That's rent. That's an apartment. A good apartment payment.
I was, but then that went down really, after that. I have, at one time I had a lot of expenses. My expenses now have gone down a little bit, but I'm not making what I was making before. Now, I like DoorDash because it's brainless. I mean, it's mindless. I don't have someone down my neck. I enjoy being my own boss. I don't like to be told what to do. I mean, who does? But I've had those jobs where I've worked manual labor. I've had those jobs where, I've had the man, down my throat. And I'll be goddamn, I'm not going to be treated like a child or be talked to disrespected. That's just not going to happen. And my friend started doing that. My friend that I worked for started doing that, and I said, "Dude, you got to check yourself. You definitely got to check yourself because you can't talk to me like that as a juvenile." Problem is now too, and I'll just tell you the way it is. I'm taking these water pills. I don't know. You know what edema? Okay, you know what edema is?
Yeah.
Okay, it's salt buildup, and that's why my legs, my calves look discolored.
Mm-hmm.
It's a salt buildup, and it's scabby tissue. I would take these water pills and I had constant urination. So there was a period. I can't believe I'm telling you this shit. There was a period where I was wearing a diaper. Okay, it ain't a pleasant thing to be doing. So like I'm driving, I'm porting these people around, and all of a sudden I've got to piss.
Yeah.
And there's one time where I just pissed on myself because the water pills. And you know normally you can hold it in,
Mm-hmm.
but what's happening is that you take these water pills and the buildup is going down. It's trying to get out, and then the scar tissue that's on my legs is there. It's trying to release itself because of the buildup. I have to constantly. So when I'm taking these water pills, like every 15, 20 minutes, I'm constantly have to urinate. I told the doctor, I said, look, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
I said, I am around people and blah, blah, blah. And she said, so this is why this has lingered, because I stopped taking the pills. So I'm going to have to start taking the pills again. And I have to go through that fucking nightmare. Because trust me, it is a fucking nightmare.
Well, especially when you have to deliver, your job is to...
Yeah, I'm walking in, hey, like, and I can smell the damn urine on me too, like, oh, fuck, like, god damn.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how they say that I smell because, what, fuck them. Say I smell in a way, well, yeah. Because I've had this...
No, they say that you smell because Roger said that you smelled.
Yeah, well, Roger's a complete doofus.
Yeah, he said even after you showered, you still stunk. So that's where that whole thing comes from.
Yeah, well, Roger is a doofus piece of shit. I don't give a damn what he says. And he actually emailed me the other day about the radio. We were doing something with Dr. Amir, and I told him, why don't you and Dr. Amir rub your dicks together? Don't bother me again.
Oh wow.
And then I get Dr. Amir keeps he say, well, you're a beast and you should blue in a. So I had to delete that. And then Henry keeps the GoonCon email. That's Henry. He's always got something fucked up to say. And then Angela talking about the death pool and to talk about Angela the death pool. I said, why don't you worry about your own self and don't worry about me? She said, well, then she said, well, I don't think you're going for this world. I'm saying you're gonna, I said, you know what? Why don't you drop dead? Okay, drop dead. I said, for you to still be regurgitating to me is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
So you've done your damage. What else more do you want? Move on.
Well, I do hope you get your legs and stuff taken care of. Like, and you're not diabetic, right?
I'm not diabetic.
Okay, that's just a meme that they say. Okay, I was wondering.
That's a bunch of horse shit. I'm not diabetic. I was not diagnosed with neuropathy. I think I might have some nerve damage. Well, I was having pains in my knee that it's lessened a little bit. Now I'm having pains in my right foot, and so I'm getting to think that it might be neuropathy or it might be something. What's going on? I've got to. It's got to be looked at, and the doctor that I have hasn't given me enough. I had cortisone shots that work. I actually had 2 cortisone shots earlier in the year, and it lasted about 3 weeks where I was perfectly normal, and then after that, it started back up again.
So, are you paying out of pocket for your doctor?
I paid out of pocket for the cortisone shots. And the cortisone shots.
You need a Medicaid.
Yeah.
You need Medicaid.
Cortisone shots are not cheap. Yeah, no, Medicaid. Yeah, Medicaid is what I need.
How about food stamps? Did you get your food stamps?
See, I don't. Yeah, EBT. I've never done that. I mean, I could probably, but I probably would break the threshold because it's going to show they want your taxes. And of course, last year, what did I do? Last year I made about $28,000. So it's going to go against. It's going to show less, but $28,000. I had repairs, a lot of repairs I had to do on the old vehicle, and then I had some other stuff, other bills, So I mean, it's is what it is.
Whatever's going on with your legs, I hope you get it taken care of. I know you said you wanted to lose weight. That will help overall.
But yeah, don't not that it's. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know if it's actual. Well, it's not a thyroid. I did have back in 14. I had a thyroid, but it was a rapid thyroid where I lost all the weight.
Yeah.
Back in 14, I lost all that weight, and I didn't look right. Well, kind of looked like I don't know. So it was a rapid thyroid which was an intermediate. So it was good, but then it came right, and then of course it came right back. So I wanted to know if it was a thyroid that was a slow thyroid. They said the thyroid has been taken care of.
Okay.
Not a problem. Not with that, but inflammation in the joints, which you can never get rid of that.
Right.
I mean, you can never get rid of that shit. So I mean, I'm not going to be able to do any more. Well, I mean, I'm not saying I can't, but until I take something that's going to really work, there are other treatments out there too.
Yeah.
But the arthritis is arthritis is a bitch. I'm telling you.
Well, I hope you get your legs taken care of. The reason why I say that is because I know Tyler's on the hunt for you now. It's like the main fucking crazy guy.
Well, I don't. There is a thing.
He posted a video in the private chat where he's training with fucking leg kicks and leg locks because he knows you have an issue with yours. You know what I'm saying? And if he doesn't, if he confronts you and doesn't kick you and doesn't, fight you or whatever, he just wants a video of you pussying out and running away and calling the police.
Well, let me tell you something. These people are not stable in their minds. I don't know. I don't give a fuck what he is. I don't give a fuck if he's, I mean, I will defend myself if I have to.
Yeah.
Now, he's got this big head because he's done all this. The one thing they teach you in Kung Fu, or they teach you, is that you don't go out of your way, especially if you're a black belt. If you go out of your way to hurt someone who is not equal, because your hands, when you become a certain belt, I got as far as a blue belt. I didn't get any further than that.
Yeah.
But if you can become like a brown belt or a black belt, your hands are lethal.
Yeah,
you have to go to
weapons.
Exactly, and you have to register. So if this son of a bitch is to that level, and he's purposely trying to do something, that's a criminal offense. That is a criminal offense.
I think the issue is that you've threatened him so many times.
I threatened him to let him know to back, because he initiated everything that has happened has been initiated by them. Yes, I threatened him because listen, I'm not going to back down from him. I've never backed down. I haven't backed down from no one. But I don't want to be in a situation where I am having these issues and then knowing that I've got to have these issues. Problem is that someone like that, needs to be dealt with. Someone needs to be dealt with, whether they be put in handcuffs or tased or something to that effect. And I do have a taser.
Okay.
I do have a taser if I need it.
Is it the shooting one or the hand one?
It's an electrical shock, electrical current.
Oh, the one with the buzzer one.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Electrical current going right down your. Yeah, I don't think that
Well, if he doesn't fight you, he just wants a picture of you not standing up for yourself or video, so that you can never threaten anybody again.
Listen, they're going to challenge my manhood, and they're going to try to challenge my manhood. I'm not planning in being around. I mean, I'm going to be in town, but I'm not going to look for it. Yeah. But if it comes to me, I'll finish it. I'm not going to look for it, but if it comes to me, I will finish the issue and finish the problem. But I'm not going out of my. I don't want to have really nothing to do with these people.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't. When I wash my hands, even from people like Roger, I want nothing to do with him. Nothing. The person is dead to me. I'm not. They want to take it to that level. And if they take it to that level, it's not going to work out to their favor.
If there are 10 levels of where Marty has taken this. If there are 10 levels, with 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, Marty's at like a 9.5 with you.
Well, I don't give it. I mean, this is why someone other than myself, and I understand that it's precautionary measures that if it gets to that degree and you're able to come down with me to Enrico and explain to them the situation or go to the FBI.
I'm already making a whole document on it, taking photos, everything.
Yeah. Or I mean, I think the FBI would probably be the best way to do it, because then here you are, someone else that actually worked, and now you are telling the story for what it is. Maybe the FBI would get off their ass and do something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely, because I mean, you were at the FBI when he called you, and they didn't do anything, right?
No, they didn't do a damn thing.
That was the most shocking thing I had learned.
I don't know if he knew I was there. That's why he called me.
That's exactly why he called you. He knew you were there, and so that's why he called you.
He knew I was there.
Yeah, and that's why it was weird that they didn't do anything. I was like, wow.
How did he actually know I was? What, was a tracker or what?
I think so. I think they had a tracker on you at that time.
It was a tracker.
Yeah. I mean, if you would have took the FBI to your van and showed them on that passenger side under the back panel, and they would have seen the tracker.
Well, we've had 2 taken off already. So.
What did you say? At least save them?
Not on this car, but the Honda. My Honda.
Oh, your Honda. Yeah. Did you at least save them?
Yeah, I've got the one. I got 1 saved.
Okay.
The big block that the big block they put on there. Yeah, I've taken 2. We've taken 2 off already. So I didn't. That was on the Honda. I haven't seen one. There's not one on the Kia. There's not one on this Kia at all.
I think because I know the reason why I say it's at a 9.5 is because one of the newer goons asked him, I think like a week ago, or I think it was a couple of days ago, what would it take for them to stop actually trolling you? And Marty said, well, George has a choice. He could either suffer for the rest of his life, or he can become my zoo animal. Those are his only options.
That's demented. That's absolutely demented.
I was like, wow. That's crazy.
He's not playing with a full. I mean, this Martin Holmgren is not playing with a full deck.
Money makes you do odd things. He's one of those oddity guys. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Has he ever had a someone to just knock his ass on the ground?
I mean, if he have, they no longer are with us to tell the tale.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
He's probably he might be wherewithal and have a decent stance, but I believe someone like that had to be knocked on the ground a few times.
All right, I mean, money talks, man.
What? So if it was done, then he paid somebody to get rid of him?
If it has ever happened, I've never heard it happen before, then they aren't around to tell the story that it did.
So I suffer, or I'm his animal. I'm his
it's
animal.
either you suffer and deal with your consequences for what you've done, or you become his property and he gets to do a number of things. Keep you in a hole in the basement.
And then, he might become my property, and what I might just do, I love golf. I mean, just take his fucking head and demasculate it and put it on a damn fucking swivel. And every now and then, when I want to practice my putt, take one of my damn golf sticks and just use his head as a fucking golf ball.
Jeez. I mean, the wildest shit, I'm going to be honest with you. The wildest shit I've ever heard that man say was that he was going to force you to fuck a pig.
Yeah, well, he might be fucking something he doesn't want to fuck. It's probably my damn right foot, That's the
I couldn't believe that. I was like, you gonna do what? He was
He
like, yeah,
needs, his head
I'm
needs
a,
to be on a square.
he's I'm gonna put a leash on him, put him in a
Hell
pig
of-
pen, and I'm gonna force him to fuck a pig, and
Yeah,
oink and
well,
squeal for me.
yeah, his head needs to be put on a swivel and then have a damn golf club to bash his head right in. He's no good, man. I mean, in good conscience. Okay, I know
That's why I'm getting
$3,000.
out. That's why I'm getting out. It's too
Yeah, I
much.
know $3,000. I mean, but you have to kind of know this before you even
No,
got in.
I didn't know it was this bad until it came to you. When I started looking at how he was talking about what he wanted to do to you, that's why I'm just like, yeah, we need to leave this alone. This is getting a bit out of hand. Because he really wants to fuck. He really wants you in that hole in the basement.
Yeah.
On display for all his rich friends.
But he realizes I hate his guts also too, right?
Oh, and he doesn't care.
He realized I hate his guts also. I mean, they all know that. They know that, right?
Yeah, I mean, essentially, he wants you to be carrying a DoorDash order to someone's house, and then getting a fucking blow dart, like a tranquilizer dart to the neck, and then for the last thing you see is that house, and then the next thing you see when you wake up is you're in a dark fucking hole with him staring down on you, pissing on you, telling you to welcoming you home. That's what he wants.
Well, the authorities need to know that.
And they will. I've already got pictures of that conversation.
Okay. Because I mean, I feel like we need to kind of. I mean, I know you want to hold off, but for a little bit. But that's one thing that rather than just hear me say it, then have somebody else say it, then they kind of think that wait a second, there's something to this.
I mean, they wouldn't be able to act on it. That's why I really can't. I need him here. I would feel comfortable with him here, so I know that he's in the flesh and he's captured by the authorities.
So he's actually going to be here.
Yeah, he's actually going to be there the whole weekend. Yep.
He's going to be here the whole weekend.
Yep.
So what
Markland's flying over. Sean's flying over. Melanie's coming from Canada. Yeah. Everybody's going to be at GoonCon.
How many of them?
Well, about 40. I think it's like 45 now.
What about Infight Kelly or who the hell that person is? Infinity, what the hell's that? Infight, what's that person's name there? Their moniker. Infight Kelly, well, I don't know. What about Boston? Boston Soul, that guy?
Yep, everybody's coming.
Boston Soul and Markland and Brendan.
Yep.
What about Rebillet?
Yep, he's gonna be there. He's dropping a new album. It's gonna be crazy.
So they're gonna be in like in a B&B.
Yep, a large Airbnb. It won't be in Marty's name. It's gonna be in somebody else's name, I think, because he's covering his tracks. But yeah, he will be here.
Whose name is it going to be under?
I think it's going to be Tony's.
How much of his money has been put towards this?
Whose?
Martine.
Well, there's two essentially GoFundMes. There's a private GoFundMe and then there's a public one. You know about the public one.
Okay, so how much of Martine's money has gone into the public one?
Into the public one?
Yeah.
Nothing. He's the one that financed the private one.
And how much is in the private one?
20 G's.
How much?
20,000. That's alcohol, drugs. Of course, there's going to be women there. You know what I mean?
So is he just okay? So he booted you out of the tracker.
Yeah, I am off your case, right, because I want to troll Cyrax.
Okay.
And I'm a liability. And he believes I won't be able to do my job because I've been trying to get out of trolling you. So, but I'm still within the group.
So he doesn't suspect that we're talking. Or he doesn't suspect
Nobody
we're
does.
talking. Okay. Now, let me ask you this, and I noticed something because on that Shade podcast, the Field and Party Palace, different names pop out of people that have donated money to the Field and Party Palace or whatever. Donate here, donate there. I saw your name pop up. I don't know if that's a alias or that's somebody that's trying to. I don't know, but I saw your name, Podrick, pop up in the.
Oh, the donation thing? Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
like $5, I think. But that was months ago. Like those donations, that isn't like the day of. Those are all the donations that have ever been sent to them since they started.
So what about the Patreon? They're not using Patreon. They're using the. I mean, I thought they were using Patreon.
I mean, they have a Patreon too, but this other the GoFundMe's is specifically for this event.
Yeah.
It's where people in the public can also,
if I flagged that damn thing, if they would probably. I don't know, because they tried to do that to me when I had one posted. So I wonder if I flagged it for nefarious activity, if they would knock it down.
I mean, you'd have to prove it was nefarious. That's the problem.
Well, it is. Well, but it definitely is nefarious as far as I'm concerned.
Well, we know it's nefarious, but you'd have to prove it.
Yeah. So, so the question is then, so they'll probably, okay, so they're coming down. Hold on, let me pull a calendar out here. Let me pull a calendar out. My birthday falls on a Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. There's a Saturday before. My birthday would fall on a Sunday. That's usually when we would do the party. But I am just to a point where those parties are very disappointing. People don't show up and all that crap. But hold on a second. Let me look at something. So the calendar, God damn, this thing is foggy as shit. Hold on. All right, so 1, 7, 9, 15. So it's looking at this correctly. This is very foggy. Campaign's not working. So falls on a Sunday. So when would they be coming?
I'm not sure if they're coming a week before or what, or how long it's going to be. They haven't really decided.
Are they trying to maybe go to one of the karaoke birthday bashes that I do and try to barrage the damn place when I'm with it, try to find out where the karaoke party is going to be at and then barrage the place?
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to be doing that as well. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're going to all the spots, all the GG related spots. 1307, Shays Max, wherever that used to be.
That's a joke.
Yeah, they're going
right near the house.
They're going they were going to go into Rick's, but it closed down.
How do they know that? Oh, they know that. Well, I know they closed down. I guess Roger told them that. Yeah. Roger told them that bitch.
Yeah, they're going to all your spots. They're definitely going to the cemetery.
Well,
that I do know. They are for sure. That your gravesite they're gonna do something to that grave. I know for a fact that they are if they get down here.
Well,
but when they get down here, once we get them all at the Airbnb that first night, then we can pounce.
Let me ask you this: so it pounds because they're going to be in some illegal activities.
Yep. There's going to be women of the Eastern European kind. The ones that don't ask questions. Drugs. Lots of illegal activities.
All right. So would it be better to get this Okay, so they're planning it on the week of my birthday, or the week before my birthday, or is it, you're not sure exactly?
From what I understand, it's mid-July.
Well, that's my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. It could be the week of your birthday. Yeah.
So then, how do we play it? Then how do we play it so we
So
let the people know in
once
advance?
I can confirm, because I'm gonna go in there, and once I confirm everything's, you know, on the illegal sort, everything's going down. He's there. I'm gonna excuse myself, send you a text message to call Henrico, and let them know that there's drugs, there's prostitution going on, drugs. I mean hard drugs, um, liquor, and more than likely weapons with his security team.
Okay. Are they going to do it in Henrico, or are they going to do it in Richmond?
They haven't told me as far as where the Airbnb is going to be.
We definitely need to know that, because
Yeah.
it would tourist it would be Henrico or Richmond.
Exactly.
So heroin or what? Cocaine?
More like just coke, weed, liquor,
Weed? Yeah. Yeah.
Molly.
Yeah. So the coke is that's the thing right there.
Knowing Marty, probably a little fentanyl too. So that's really gonna get him if he brings that.
He's gonna bring the fentanyl.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch. That son of a bitch, man. Well, that's fine. Let them all,
And whoever's in the house, everybody's going to jail because no one's gonna say, "Oh, this is all mine,"
Well, yeah, but I've already notified the cemetery, and I've already told them about it, and they told me to let them know exactly when, because they have. Well, I even told you the police are there. Now, I don't know how they monitor it.
Yeah.
But the police do monitor that gravesite.
Hopefully they're monitoring then, because I think I told you before, he's planning on exhuming those bodies and having them moved to overseas.
Yeah, he can't do that. He cannot do that. Highly illegal. And if he does that, yeah, he cannot do that. Highly illegal. And if he does that, he's going to have some consequences, other and beyond what we're doing. There's going to be some major consequences. Truth and Consequences, like a game show. Truth and Consequences.
Yeah. I mean, what if he did do that? What if he went up there one day and they were gone?
It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I have to make sure I can get something in there to visual like that. I have a panel, but it's not a camera. It's a panel that that works. It makes people think it's a camera.
Okay.
I've got it, but they don't want to allow cameras here because I think it'll get destroyed, the weather or whatnot.
By yeah, that makes sense.
I just need to put a.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I'd be concerned. I don't know. Marty could fucking get high one night and be like, "Fucking do it right now," and just do it one night, 30 minutes or less. But like I said, he wouldn't be able to do it in the winter. It's fucking cold.
Well, right, but then again,
the ground is solid.
There are policemen, whether he does whatever he tries to do it, there are policemen in there that patrol that area.
I mean, he can cause a distraction somewhere. A fake break-in at a bank, to pull those police out of the area, and then boom, smash and grab.
That happens. I mean, it's not. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. And like I said, it's going to be.
If that happens, I would like. That would be. I would give you every bit of information I have.
Kill him. I will kill him. I will personally kill him, and nobody will. I will kill that motherfucker. If that happens, I will kill that motherfucker with my hand, with my bare fucking hands. Everything I know. That ain't happening. but it will happen. I know what I'll do. It won't happen, but if it does happen, I know what I'll do. Anyway, look, I just this is pissing me. I mean,
Well,
I know.
I would then give you all the information I had then at that point, because then that's to me that's too far. That's way fucking too far. But like I said, if he gets high one night and he's just like, "Fuck George," and just does it, like. But yeah, at that point, every information I had.
Is he that demented? This is the question. Is he that fucking demented?
When it comes to you, yes. The dude said he wanted you to. He's gonna force you to fuck a pig.
I mean, he's that fucking demented that he would.
He said he was going to get fucking what is that shit called? It's like what are the pills that make your dick hard?
Viagra.
He's gonna get the liquid version of that and inject you with it and make you fuck a pig. And squeal while you do it.
I don't need any injections from that bitch, and really and truly, he needs to just really and truly. To me, it sounds like he needs a bullet in the forehead. That's what he needs. Kind of like Frank, Blue Velvet with the old, Dennis Hopper, Frank Booth, where he got shot right in the forehead.
Yeah.
He needs to be shot in the forehead. He needs a bullet right in the fucking forehead with it to end that shit. And so let me ask you. So this Henry, okay, you know Henry. So is this man? Is he wrapped too tight also, or what? He seems like he's
Henry's an old crafty veteran, man. You can't really tell what he's thinking, But he's somebody I wouldn't fucking try.
Is he wrapped too tight, or does he have a moral compass at all, or no?
I mean, he's got a moral compass, but he hates you as well, and he prays for the day that you approach him and try anything. He smack the fuck out of you, is what he said.
Yeah.
He said he's never gonna come to you to fight you, but if you ever try with him, you're going down.
I had a question that I was going to meet him at Melito's and question the motherfucker. Meet him right there at Melito's and question the motherfucker and see what his problem is. And but we know he's getting paid. But I question that motherfucker and tell him even about this best back the fuck off. If he puts his ass will be put in handcuffs. If I know what he's doing and I can prove it, and then there are people there at that Platinum Plus that know who he is, that motherfucker will be put in handcuffs. Tries anything with me. I don't give a damn what he knows or what he thinks he knows. Who he knows, what he thinks he knows. I wanted to get in his grill to find out what the fuck he was doing and what the fuck his problem is, trying to get in my business.
Well, I'd be careful with that because I know he does have contacts in Henrico. So I'd be careful of doing that like that. Like with this kind of shit, we got to go a little higher on the.
Well, you mean there are police officers that would allow him to do whatever he wants to do?
I mean, yeah, all he has to do is show a certain card, and they'll put him in handcuffs, but they'll put him in handcuffs in front of you and then drive around the block and let him go. What he has a certain kind of card that the police officer, they know who he knows. He knows somebody, in the department. So that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't just do it on the street like that. This has to be done right.
God damn it, man! This is too much. It's just fucking too much to really fucking.
I think the only one that would probably confront you in reality, in person, is Tyler. And he's going to have Marty's security guards with him to keep anybody from interfering. And he's not going to hit you first. He's going to approach you and call you out. And if you don't hit him, he's going to record it and call you a bitch and then post that everywhere.
Uh-huh.
So you can never threaten anybody or say how big of a man you are.
Well, I'll tell him to go fuck off. What I tell him, and then what? And he'll just come up to me and try to start something.
Well, he'll just come up like, all that shit you talked online, George. I'm right here. What are you gonna do? And if you don't do nothing and you fucking shy away from him, he's gonna
I tell
record
him to
that.
fuck. I tell him to fuck off. I don't know. He let the first hit.
Oh, you want him to hit first too, huh?
Let him land the first hit, and I have a reason. I have the reason right there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna get in your face, is like, and tell you to do something. Do it, bitch. I know that's one of the things Marty really wants. He wants you cowering away on camera.
Well, they're not going to get that. That's what they want, and they're not going to get it.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad they don't. I need you to be the pit bull. That's why when you drop that fucking nuke, it's gonna cause so much chaos. Oh, then I can be able to get some more information out of people too. Because Marty's gonna want to know. He's gonna be like, "Who the fuck dropped it?" And he's probably gonna dispatch either Henry or Jay Smith, probably Jay Smith, to do intel and find out who did it. And since he'll probably get me to help him, and I'm essentially be working against him, so whoever I speak with, I can get more and more information out of him.
He's not going to suspect it's you?
No.
He won't suspect it's you at all?
No, I was his former assistant.
So, who do you think he would suspect?
It would have to be a lower level goon. Because there are lower level goons who are privy to the information too, about 9 of them. So it'd be about finding out who's saying what did they post.
Which one? Is Brennan to that level?
Oh no, Brennan's higher up on the food chain. And Brendan's working on a documentary, so he wouldn't betray you. He wouldn't betray them.
So Brennan's now higher up now, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. He's not in the main circle, but he's okay.
No.
So they'd be baffled at who it could be.
Yeah, they would be fucking shocked. It would be DEFCON 3 in the Goon Squad.
So that would slow them down?
It would slow them down, and because they would be more cautious about doing shit and posting it in public.
They probably shut down. They probably boot everybody off of Discord, and then
be careful about what they post in there. Yeah.
Yeah, but we want. No, that's true too. But
no.
But
I'm still in other Discords with the inner circle.
Right.
So
I've got somebody in the inner circle too that I did other than you now. I don't know if you know, but I'm not going to say much more than that. I've got somebody that's actually in the inner circle that sees what they're doing.
Okay.
Not like when they go to Goochland County when I had a court case, they want to fuck with my car and all that shit. Yeah. All that shit. They want to fuck with my car, put a tracker on there when I had a court case in Goochland, and they want to do some other shit, where I was, I don't know, some other shit they were trying to do with my car and all that. And I said, okay, let's see that. Let's try to see that happen. I spotted someone in I don't know who it was, but there was somebody in a Volkswagen. I got his tags. He was luring around my car. Didn't know who that was. Like it was a Volkswagen Passat or something like that.
No, don't sound familiar.
I got the tags down on that one. I got it.
Well, be on the lookout for that lookalike though, for real. Straight up, because that guy apparently is gonna be leaving bad reviews and all stuff in your name and just destroying whatever. Yeah, he's trying to get you banned at places. So
leaving bad reviews,
screaming he's Gorgeous George, the baby maker, was shouting woo woo, like he's doing all the shit that you do, but in a drunken way. Apparently his whole job is to make you look horrible. in the public of Richmond.
You haven't seen this guy?
I haven't seen him. I'm going to try to get a picture of him. I'm going to definitely try to get a picture of him.
I doubt he looks anything like me. To tell you the truth, I doubt it. He might have the hairstyle, but I doubt that he.
But if he does anything that, because people have short memories. So if he goes somewhere, and then you show up to do karaoke, like, oh, you're that one fucking guy that was in here the other night causing shit. You got to go. Like, that's what they want. They want to get those kind of reactions from people. They want to make sure you can't go anywhere.
Well, people that know me will know that's not me. People that really know me are going to know that's not me. They're going to be able to tell. Places I go to and places I hang out, they're going to know the difference.
They want him to, like, grope women, like, walking by him and say, "Woo, I'm gorgeous George Yared, baby, woo," and run. That was a direct quote from the fucking chat. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm sure there's a way. Well, okay. Well, that needs to be kind of like that needs to be put in check. That really needs to be put in check. So how does that?
If the cops get calls with a description of you saying, "Woo, I'm gorgeous George Yared," and you just groped a woman, that's fucking bad. That's really bad.
They can.
Because all the woman's going to do is just describe generally what you look like. And then, like, if they do pull you in, describe your van and your plate number, which they've made a copy of, like, it would be bad.
Okay, well, the cops need to know this shit. I'm going to talk to the detective. Well, not the detective, because the detective doesn't do shit. I'm going to talk to the officer that I normally talk to, and I'm going to bring this to his attention. So that way somebody knows what's going on.
Yeah. Do not let them know about me, though. I don't need my...
Well, no, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm not going to do that yet, but I do want to do that soon, though.
Because I don't know, just in case your cop friend that you have here is friends with Henry, and yeah, that's going to cause some problems. So leave me out of it.
I doubt that guy knows anything, because I told the cop about it. He didn't know who that was, so I doubt seriously. But I did mention Henry's description, and I did mention Henry to that cop, and because that was the closest thing they could get. But that was the closest person that we could do something to, because nobody else is, there's somebody else that we've seen, or a description of somebody. But he really needs to, that motherfucker needs to back the fuck off. He needs to really back the fuck off. But all right, I don't. This is too much. This is real too much to deal with. Too much.
I know, but yeah, once we get that nuke drop, that's like,
we're
off to the races, baby.
And you think that's gonna stop them from doing that movie?
It's gonna definitely put a wrench in it, yes. Because they're going to be concerned about how you know this.
Yeah.
And try to cover the bases.
And the fact that Jamie is saying that I'm the most that I'm the only person that she can trust and believe in.
Yeah, because that goes counter to their narrative. And since you've made it public, it has to be added somewhere. Like that is an on the record fucking rebuttal to whatever narrative they've made.
Yeah. I just know that she would not want me to, but I mean, the fact that Angela's done it, I know that she would be pissed off. But then again, I guess that if she knew the degree where it's at, then I guess she would want me to. I don't know.
I mean, I fight some way,
That's just fucked up. And what's even more fucked up is the fact that her parents, her family is suckered right into this shit. All because of money.
Well, they believe that that the goons are honoring her name.
It ain't honoring her damn name. They're doing it in spite of me. Not honoring her at all. They're doing it in spite of me just to get back. Because they were doing this shit even before they knew about Jamie. Even before they ever knew about Jamie, they were doing crap and shit like this to me. Just shit. He didn't like it when I took his buddy to court. And I took Markland to court. He didn't like that.
Yeah, that was the biggest. That was honestly one of the biggest. Yeah, that should. If you, oh man, I think that's what like set him off over the edge was you taking him to court.
Yeah, that's just tough shit. Tough shit because I stood up for myself. I stood up for myself. I had balls and I stood up. And Markland was scared shit. Markland was actually scared shitless. To tell you the truth, he was scared shitless about having to get up here in Richmond and going to court.
Yeah.
And Brennan was scared. Brennan was terrified.
Yeah, but
you know Sean Brennan, huh?
I know Sean Brennan. Yeah.
You know Sean Brennan. Yeah. What's your opinion of him?
Sean's been cool in the times I've spoken with him. He's not as involved like as he used to be with you.
I know, but you actually think he's cool?
Yeah, he's legit.
The idiot. He's an idiot savant. Bowling idiot. Oh, I don't know. That's my opinion of the bastard.
I mean, he trolled you for fucking years. Of course it is.
Yeah, well, that's my damn opinion of the guy. So that's my opinion of him, basically.
So are we gonna get that nuke out tomorrow, or what's going on?
Tomorrow's I gotta go.
I feel like you're dragging your feet, George. It's supposed to be New Year's Eve.
No,
New Year's.
You asked me a question. I'm trying to think of what I've got. What I'm doing tomorrow. Yeah, well, I'm going to do it when I'm in a. I've got to get a new cord for the tablet, and then I can do it. Then Kevin and I will probably do a show tomorrow. So, yeah, I mean, Kevin doesn't want to be involved in anything related to them, so I would have to do it separately from Kevin. I've got to make sure my tablet is in working condition.
So you're getting a hotel room tomorrow, right?
I might, yeah.
I mean, that's the only time you guys do your shows when you got a hotel room.
Yeah, or if I do it, I'm not going to do it at Watt's place anymore now.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you get
and Watt has been texting the hell out of me. He's been texting me repeatedly. So they're trying to. I don't know. Watt wanted me to take him somewhere and all that. I said, dude, really? I said, go ahead and ask your buddy Roger to do it. Don't ask me.
Oh yeah, because Roger got a car, right? You can drive him.
Yeah, and then Roger. I told you Roger emailed me. I don't know if that was Roger or Henry. It was either Henry. Sometimes will pretend to be Roger, but Roger said to me, "Oh, we're doing a thing with Dr. Meir. You can tell your story." Blah 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 blah. I said, dude. I said, please. And Christy Knubel. I tell you that Christy Knubel wanted me to do a show with her.
Yeah. And
I told her, I said, why do you want to do a show with me? I thought you were not interested in doing it. She said, oh, well, you can tell your side. I tell your side. I said, really?
I mean,
I said,
that honestly, she's not a troll.
I don't know what she is.
No, she's not a troll. So I mean, that's another.
She became all buddy with all Tony. She became all buddy with Tony. So
she did after the fact. But I think that actually would be a good opportunity for you. It's a neutral platform where she has no idea about a lot of the deep-seated shit that they've done, where you could actually get your opinion off and the true narrative out.
Yeah, I don't.
It's something to think about. I'm just saying.
Something about it, but I don't really trust her because I think she's in cahoots with them.
Okay.
I just think she gets good. So for her to completely kiss his ass after she was assaulted she was verbally assaulted by him, and then I heard her kiss his ass. The problem, and then the problem I had was that he kept saying that you're having a rapist apologist and a rapist on, and I have a rapist apologist and a rapist on. Kept saying that over and over again to her. It pissed me off, and then all of a sudden she kind of like bought into it. She kind of like bought into it. I don't know. I'm not sure what. I don't know. I mean, but she was like, I just was blown away. Like, really? I thought, what do you want to talk about? Like, what do you want to talk to me? I thought you were not even interested in, because the way that Roger explained it to me, that she was previously being attacked herself by trolls, and she knows she wanted to talk, and that's what Roger told me. But then Roger told her that I was a cheesy person, but I had trolls and all that, So he actually, before the trolls said anything to him, or before he said it, the trolls harassed, got him to, turn face again. Oh, Roger bad-mouthed me to her anyway. Said I was cheesy.
Wait, Roger called you cheesy to her?
Yeah, he's kind of cheesy, kind of, and it was set with his ways, but he has his public access, blah blah blah. He's got trolls, and then she supposedly said to him, "Well, I've dealt with trolls too." So that was, the fact that she was, So I figured that maybe she could have been. I was going to entertain the idea, but then again, when she went on to Tony's show, that kind of.
Yeah, I'd let her know that. And just like I said, entertain the idea. It is another troll-free platform that you can use to get out your true narrative as well. So it's there. The option is there.
Yeah, it's there on that. And then Angela, I told you, Angela's been. I don't. Angela keeps on. Like you think that a normal person would just move on? Doesn't like me. I don't know if she's a troll. I don't know what you would call her.
A woman scorned.
Yeah, well,
you've called her a whore. You've called. You've run her through the mud, bro.
Well, look what she did to me.
I mean, those voicemails were insane. I can't even lie. Those
voicemails were taken out of context. Those voicemails were taken out of context. She was giving me, telling me that she would help me, and I was like, question. I said, okay, and then so that she can take them and spend them and whatever. Those voicemails proved absolutely nothing, especially the voicemails with Jamie. Those voicemails with Jamie that she supposedly proved absolutely nothing. Didn't say nothing. Didn't prove nothing. But I already told you the situation for that.
Yeah.
It was just a real craptastic.
I was going to get one of the calls that she had between her and Jamie, but they already took it down from the Patreon, so I wasn't able to get it for you.
Yeah, I don't need it. What? I mean, because she was what? I mean, one of the calls.
Yeah, the call between her, one of the calls between her and Angela.
Well, what was that about?
Yeah, it was about you.
Okay. So what was it about
me?
They
weren't flattering. They were just, how you're fucking crazy. You won't let her do anything. You called her 400 times one night. Like over and over and over again when she was at the old man's house. You wouldn't leave her alone.
She knows, yeah.
Like a 50-something text from you calling her a bitch and that you were done with her, and they were pretty fucking wild, bro.
Well, she.
I mean, is that true? You did that?
No, when she was with that old man, it pissed me off. Yes, I wanted to talk with her. I told her that I could not give her any more money under the circumstances. I said that I am in a bad place. I just lost my cab because at the time my cab engine blew up and I wasn't cabbing anymore. And I told her, I said, I will help her as much as I can, but in good conscience, I cannot give you any more to supply your habit.
Yeah.
I was not going to say that, and I was not going to say that because it would make it look like but there's the core of it. because it makes it look like it's a confrontational thing. Yes, there was confrontational things that were going on, but again, she was hooked on this shit. She was hooked on the shit, and she would act out. And then, I've said this, and it's none of their damn business. It's none of their damn fucking business about that. So no, if I would call, I wanted to talk to her, and that old man would answer the phone and make it a big stink about me, calling there. And I said, listen here. And I had a conversation with the old man. I said, look, if you can put her on the damn phone, I can hear her in the back. He said, I got to put her on the phone. I said, okay, fuck you then.
I mean,
I didn't go over there. I said, fuck him. I didn't go over there low and stalk her. I didn't go drive by there to cause a the police. Well, shit. The police were called there so many damn times to that guy's house. So she was doing stuff in there, and the police were being called by neighbors of that old man, and they were called there. That's and she had some outstanding warrants. Now, this is another thing you're going to hear the trolls talk about me doing the tip to the police to get her locked up. Yes, I did that. And the reason why I did that, because I knew that she was still doped up. I wanted her to get her clean. I wasn't thinking about her getting released, because I knew that, I wasn't thinking about that. And so they want to put that on me being indirectly responsible, and that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because my goal was to get her away from that old man and get her clean. So
you called 400 times, though?
I called 400 times. That's outrageous. I called 400 times. I called a few times. It wasn't 400 times.
Even in the text message, he said you called like 200 or 300.
I called a few times, but I didn't call. That's exaggerating. Exaggerated. I called her a few times, but that's it. Maybe 4 times. Probably 4 times in total. She was exaggerating. She was exaggerating that whole thing. But again, when she was in that situation, and when she was on that shit in that situation, it made her exaggerate. It made her exaggerate and say things that were not, And then, of course, too, then she would play up to that old man, because that old man would give her money to do whatever she wanted, and do stuff that she shouldn't be doing.
Right.
But those bitches are not going to understand that. They don't like me, so they're going to use her death against me. They're going to use her death against me because they don't like me. So that's bullshit.
They truly believe that you're responsible for her dying because she wouldn't.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what they believe.
Well,
they can believe
anything. I'm telling you,
well,
their justification. Their.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't give a fuck what they believe because there's a false premise there. I understand what you're saying. You're the messenger, but it's a false premise and it's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, I've already stated all of that, and then Angela, Angela's lying out of her teeth. Angela's making up stories, and she says that she never had sex with me, and that's a lie by itself.
Yeah, she said
it wouldn't fit their narrative if she actually said she had sex with me. Okay?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I know. I lived it.
Yeah.
All this stuff, because I lived it all.
So you weren't trying to sexually harass Meth in text messages and emails, right?
I was going to do that recording.
Oh yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
I was going to do that recording, and I'm still going to do that recording because of that bitch. I'm going to still do it when I get the opportunity to do it. But no, did I? No, I called her out. She didn't like it. I called her out, Canadian bitch, Canadian slut, Canadian cunt. I called her out, and she didn't like it. So of course she's going to make up stories. I got police in here. I got the Mountie up here in Canada. Well, the Mountie in Canada ain't going to do shit because it's a jurisdiction. I'm not doing shit to you. If anything, you're doing the shit by constantly running your mouth off about me, like Will Smith told what's his face, get my name out of your mouth.
Yeah. Chris Rock.
Yeah, Chris Rock. Yeah, 12 minute lapse right there. Of course, that was kind of fucked up on Will Smith to do that, but Chris Rock was not. But the fact, I could go on Will Smith on those bitches and say, get my name out of your mouth or get my girl out of your mouth. you know. Anyway,
yeah.
well, dude, it's going on to what time is it? Okay,
1:30.
damn, it's late. All right, let me do something. I got to take a piss and I got to do other shit. So let me do some things, and then I'm gonna find a place and sleep, and then plan my day out for the morning. I
All
got a
right,
lot going on.
GG. I hope you have a great night, man, and I hope to see that nuke soon, man. You take care.
The nuke will be happening. Will be happening soon.
All right, sounds good. I'll be in
Uh,
touch in a couple days.
I will talk soon.
All
Thanks.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.